Hello and welcome back to Round 1 coverage from the 2023 Preserve Championship presented by Prodigy Disc. We are here in Clearwater, Minnesota. We've got a heck of a group, and you're watching JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jeremy Koling, and Paul Ulibarri.
And it's a good card too, honestly. If you think about the heck of a group thing, we've got a great feature group. You're talking about us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, we've got some good scores, as you would imagine here. 6 under leading the way here for Isaac on this group. 5 under, 5 under, 5 under for the rest of the guys. Ricky Wysocki without a par still. And they're all chasing Alden Harris right now with, not really that they're chasing him, but he is 8 under through the front 9. That is incredible stuff there. But the conditions today kind of lead for that 12 to 13 under, kind of looking like that might be the mark today. If Alden Harris keeps it going, he might just shoot himself a nice one.
Hole 10 is a par 5, 1,158 feet. This is one these guys are going to want to get pretty straightforward off the tee. You can go big anhyzer right down the middle, and then you cross over this little creek if you have the distance, and then just chipper right on up to the green. Make yourself a putt for a birdie 4. You can mess it up in different ways. You just got to figure that out for yourself.
Kind of an awkward tee a little bit coming off the side of the sidewalk. Yeah. Big play here is the big anhyzer. Ricky not doing really much of anything he wanted, but that's in play still. He's fine.
Yeah.
But that thrower was certainly not as he lined that one up.
I mean, is there any chance that we see one of these go big enough that they think about playing for a 3? I mean, this is kind of huge.
I don't think that Gannon's going to like the run up to try to go for it.
I was playing right behind the Anthony Barilla, and he took it deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So perhaps I mean, certainly the green can be accessed into if you're feeling frisky and you're one of these guys. Not from there, though.
Oh, Calvin Heimburg getting away from him there. Isaac looks like he is going down the middle, just as he did in our practice round. But this one is okay, not great. I would say 4 substandard drives. I mean, Gannon's was good distance, but I don't think he's going to like the run-up. I think that he's a little bit too much in the woods to... We'll see.
I don't know. I think he's going to be okay.
And Calvin just kind of pitching one out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like it.
So
wow.
Now par really is the only thing in play. I don't think that he's certainly not far enough up the fairway to get to the pin.
No, but par's looking pretty likely.
The different placement last year, if you remember, Calvin had a huge highlight throw-in from 286 feet away for the big Eagle 3. Last year the hole was, last year I think the hole was about 50 feet longer, but it was also more eagleable because of the position. It didn't go up a hill. It didn't challenge OB so much. Pin was near that area over there where Ricky just gets across into.
I think Gannon goes home.
Well, we'll see. That looks like big distance.
Yeah, that's probably 100 maybe from the basket.
Mm-hmm.
This was a nice controlled shot. The OB really pinches down on this right side where Isaac went. He still was able to push it well up the fairway.
I mean, he threw that mid-range. It has to be 400 feet.
In right there?
No.
Oh, on the
his second shot
you're
was
probably right.
Really beautiful down that fairway.
He's going to have to earn the birdie, though, with a 28-foot putt coming back into the headwind. And Calvin's par should be secured.
That's a tester as well.
Yeah.
But you're right. He should make that.
And that's a guaranteed birdie for Rick coming up. Gannon's got one of the longer jump putts on tour. Doesn't really give this one effort, just pitching that one up. That is uphill from that position, but still, I'm surprised to not see him give it a little bit of a run. Are you
Come
serious?
on. What did he ever do to anybody?
He's too nice to deserve that. That's ridiculous.
Golly.
Both sides. I mean, he's got the spit back and the spit through.
And he's not laughing at this one.
No way.
Other one, he was like, that's hilarious. That's never going to happen again.
At least on this one, pads the bounce back stat a bit. But my goodness.
Wow. Brutal.
Yeah, brutal. And he's playing so good.
Yeah.
It just the way the Pro Tour is these days, to bleed 2 shots that you absolutely deserve. Like no, I guarantee you, wherever he finishes this tournament, if he doesn't find a way to win, 2 shots is gonna move him up, right? You know, it's not like he's gonna be in some gap where 2 shots isn't thousands of dollars.
Cue the comments. It was too high. Yeah, it's
no,
coming.
it wasn't.
Yeah, just cue the comments though. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. No, it's too hard.
No, it wasn't.
Hole 11, the island hole, the bridge hole. What are we calling this one?
I wouldn't call it the bridge.
Why would we call it that? We wouldn't call it that. The castle hole, perhaps. Up there, 335 feet. Love this design.
Maybe call it the Great Wall of Minnesota.
I like that one. I like this one from Ricky. Needs to slow down. Yeah, great drive. I really like how they brought the tee back and pushed the basket closer to the wall. It's the second year of this iteration, and it really makes the player consider how close they want to get to that pin. A lot of drives are just going to be a little bit safe and long, like this one here from Gannon.
Hole in one.
He aced that right on the paint.
Oh, nice. Nice. Well done.
This looks like an ace run also.
Get in there. Come
Don't
on.
you dare spit. Oh, good.
just high.
Just off the top corner.
It's a fast putt coming back down the hill for Mr. Heimburg.
Could be an ace run as well. Come on.
Park.
How do you miss both? No wind to speak of. Should be freed up.
Had enough height, just pulled the slightest bit right.
Nice lull in the wind, though. Oh, they're not taking advantage.
Ricky for 5 straight.
Just grabs on.
Fantastic.
I wish we had a replay of that one. Because that would have been one chain just doing so much work.
We're on hole 11, and this Ricky fellow hasn't even parred. He's got the 2 bogeys, and everything else is a birdie. And he hasn't even been dropping Raptor legs type of putts. He's just...
I was going to say, I don't think he's missed the green. Aside from
The bogeys.
on 3 and 6, he's been inside C1 every time.
incredible.
And Isaac's got this accordion thing going on with the scorecard where it's birdie, par, birdie, par, birdie, par. Birdie. And he is still at the top here on this card, at least at 7 under apiece. Jake Wolf still holding it down. Forehand only game plan, working out 8 under through the first 11 holes.
That's so good. Hole 12, par 4, 760 feet. The drive moves a little bit left. You'd just like to throw it to a place where you're lined up with this next gap. And then you're firing through here over this last berm to the elevated basket. The upshot is pretty tough because low ceiling and high floor come into play. Hard to get your height perfect.
Also got to shout out Grady Shue, Charlotte, North Carolina boy out there. He is also a 8 under through 11 holes.
Looked like there was maybe 5 or 6 players at that pace already, which is really good.
Ricky threw it to a
Wow.
really tight spot over there on the left.
But
It's
so
gonna...
far past that bunker, that is just a huge advantage, I feel like, with that distance, no?
No, you're right. I think it gave him an opportunity to probably scramble from there, but it's pretty tight over there. Maybe sidearm flex the pin. And have to see.
Awkward footwork coming up here for Isaac, just barely sliding into the edge of the bunker.
A lot to like.
Yeah.
That's just fine. Perfect distance.
I feel like if you play it farther straight than left, you'll have a better shot as far as shaping whatever shot you'd like. Otherwise, if you do like this one, he's going to have all kinds of options. He could probably... Ooh. Oh, well. I didn't know there was a grove of trees right there.
Yeah, wow.
Calvin missed his line, though. He hit a weird gap to the right.
And it's going to have to be a standstill delivery. Isaac pretty decent from the standstill department, but this one barely yanked over to the right. I think he's going to be past the bunkered trees on the left side. It's going to be pretty scrambleable from over there, I'd imagine.
Keep your height. This is looking great. Oh, yes. Fantastic.
I just didn't know people were going to go that far through the fairway.
I think these are that's maybe the best grouping of drives you're going to see as far as distance and accuracy. Obviously, the bad ground or bad footwork for both Calvin and Isaac.
Wow, Ricky doesn't even have to go sharp edge. He's so far up. Wow.
Let's call it another green hit. Bullseye hit this time.
I did not really conceive of someone going like putter in here. With the low ceiling and everything, that's crazy.
Ooh, look at that little
wow.
gap.
So he did actually find himself in the rough stuff, but got through it.
I mean, that's not a gimme from out there.
Wow. Aggressive.
Tickled the chains there.
Good effort.
The awkward. He was standing on the hill and had to go low ceiling to an elevated basket. A lot of strange things going on there for Calvin's putt, giving it a good aggressive run.
Calvin's playing a bit slow. The pace is slow. 5 under through 12 for him. Pro Tour points leader, #1 player in the world right now. That's slow.
Ricky not playing too slow.
No. Well, Ricky said in an interview recently his biggest rival is Calvin Heimburg. So maybe first time playing with him in a while. Fire him up a little.
And look at that little stretch now for Ricky. He gets that bogey on 3, gets that bogey on 6. What does he do? He rifles off 6 in a row.
Introducing the F9, Prodigy's most understable fairway driver. The F9 is designed for beginners and lower arm speeds to get maximum distance, full flex flights, and effortless hyzer flips. The F9, coming soon to ProdigyDisc.com.
I just love that from Rick. Just another entry in the long line of Rick versus Macbeth, little sideways jabbers.
Yeah.
Not that it isn't accurate. I mean, Calvin is playing fantastic, but you know that Macbeth has got to just be going little grit of the teeth.
Well, I mean, for our historians, Macbeth called out Ricky Wysocki and Will Schustrick in the LA Times 6 or 7 years ago. Fired both of those players
up.
Yeah.
It's not like it's one-sided. Those guys, they give as good as they get.
Ricky, a nice right side controlled flip up, working its way to about 15 feet away.
And I think we have to be at the spot where there's no more gimme birdies because of these baskets.
Yeah.
You know, like he's parked. I can't give any birdies now.
I think the only player who might be thinking that is Isaac. Ricky has had no trouble with him so far.
Yet.
This is not a hole where you can use the classic Isaac Robinson high ceiling, yet somehow he manages to fight through and gives himself a circle 1 look. Maybe just outside circle 1, but either way, birdie putt coming.
All kinds of leaf. Just a fighter pilot, though.
Yeah, really.
Just like, man. Right through there.
Isaac with the Mississippi in the background. Oh, that's going to be going down the hill.
Going to be a tough comeback.
Ooh. Tough to practice these uphillers. I mean, where would you think you'd go find a spot, Nate?
Oh,
Gosh.
stop it. Oh, stop it. Isaac, great delivery for the par.
That was really good. I'll think on that, Uli. It's a good question.
You guys are on one today. Gannon to get to 8 under. Perfect.
Very good putt.
I foreshadowed this last week a little bit, talking about how Gannon took that early bogey in hole 1 and it kind of focused him, got him in this gear. Ricky is now appearing to find that gear. He gets in these little ways where he gets a bogey and he gets fired up about it. This is like the most Ricky Wysocki thing I feel like I've ever seen. Putting together 7 birdies in a row now after that last bogey on 6.
Yeah, I would love that. Like, give me a birdie, then I'll trade one bogey. I mean,
gosh.
for
Best
8
thing
birds.
for his
Give me
scorecard.
2 bogeys.
And look
for
at that. He's standing at
He's
the
in
top
the
of
lead
leaderboard right now.
with
20
2 bogeys.
birdies?
I mean, the guy has gears that I don't have. He's up in that 6th gear right now. He is running hot.
He is a Ferrari, and we are just mere Corollas.
Yeah.
Like, he's just got all sorts of speed, and
The RPMs are high at the moment.
onto the new par 5. 1,058 feet. We're playing a combined hole from last year's 13 to last year's 14. Forehand off the tee, another forehand or backhand turnover to about the same place where you wanted to get on the old par 4.
I feel like I'm a tricycle with a flat tire sometimes.
Only sometimes.
He's a Ferrari.
Only sometimes.
Look at this. He gets past the...
There's OB there,
And
and he
that's-
stops before
Oh.
it.
That rubber tee pad is the old tee there, so he's essentially just playing the old par 4.
Except he's got a few stumps to dance through.
He could sit down and do it.
If he birdie's sitting down, we might have to check his engine for a 7th gear.
Yeah.
Because that's not allowed. Racing rules out here on the tour. 6 is the max.
Gannon skipping off to the right side. That's going to be a tough angle to get a lot of distance on his second shot unless he goes backhand turnover.
This is well done with the backhand. Really tough shot.
Yeah,
That
and
was great.
in our practice round, he was really considering, do I go forehand, do I go backhand? The ceiling is so low for the backhand turnover to achieve distance, but Isaac's done a really good job there.
This is a zinger. Gonna get to just a fine spot. Anything by the old pin, left side circle, good.
Calvin's got good, quick speed on his forehand.
Heavy turn.
I think the backhand can get pretty scary on this second shot on 14. If you get it too high, it finds that OB left quite often, and so you tend to want to turn it, and when you turn it, that right side wood line gets into play too, and
It's really bad, actually, because, again, that's right down to the river there. So if you go off that hill,
You
not
can-
only
yeah.
are you in the woods, but you're going really down a hill. Oh, my goodness.
whoa,
Whoa.
on earth, what is this?
That might still be out.
Fortune smiling upon you, maybe?
I don't
be
know.
out,
I
yeah.
kind of think that might be out.
That was a crazy sequence of events for Gannon. I was just about to praise him for great distance from that awkward lie. Ricky, however, that's pummeled up the fairway. But wow, what is the ruling coming up here for Gannon?
I saw where the paint is, and I think he's in the wood.
Yeah,
I
which-
think it's going to be out.
Those railroad tides, the right side of them are painted.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that I would agree
It
with
could
you.
maybe be leaning, but yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's got to be out.
It's not actually in the wood. It's just leaning up against it, but I can't see how you could rule that in. It's got to break the plane of that white paint.
Has been deemed out of bounds. What an unfortunate break there.
That is crazy.
He kind of skipped from the out of bounds, barely
Sure,
over,
sure,
and then
sure.
got the little thing.
He certainly
Definitely a
didn't
bad
throw
break.
it. Yeah, he didn't throw it well.
No.
And he didn't throw this well either.
No, he needed to get one close to get up and down for the par, and he's going to have kind of scary putt because this basket is on a very fast green. And Isaac's only chance here is to get up and down and save the par. Meanwhile, Ricky is in prime position to give himself another look for birdie.
Oh, yeah. This guy.
And if this sits, oh, it does. And that is another green hit for Ricky.
This round is getting crazy. Still no pars. Still no C2 putts. I don't remember another one quite like this.
Yeah, I mean, he had a C2 putt for par on hole 3.
But I'm saying he hasn't made them, and that's kind of one of his calling cards.
Right,
like when Rick's playing well, you figure, oh yeah, sure, he sprayed a couple drives, but he made these huge putts. Not today. I mean, he's bogeyed when he's made mistakes, which is pretty crazy, but not even one par, and every birdie has been comfortably up there in the circle.
Sit down. This green calls for a very touchy shot in. If you get on angle at all, as we saw with this shot here.
Gannon, what a par.
Yeah.
That is such a hard putt to make.
But yeah, if you get a bad angle coming into this green, you're gone.
Or if you hit the cage on the putt.
Yeah.
Like you don't deserve to sit.
And Isaac's going to drop a stroke here. First bogey of the round. And just like that, he's going to fall to 6 under, which just seems so unlikely the way he's been playing. Calvin, very well played hole. Kind of glanced over that second shot he threw, but that was way up the fairway. Really made himself an easy birdie. And Ricky, another one. That gets him to 10 under.
10 under with holes to play and birdieable holes.
Yeah, 10 under is that mark where you're like, okay, 10 under keeps me in the competition, if not like lead card.
And you got to remember, 18, one of the most eagleable holes on the tour. And for a guy like Rick, I mean, I would almost say he eagles it more than he birdies it. When the wind is down, you know, that is in his wheelhouse. This could be a really special number if he keeps this going.
Hole 15, par 4, 738. Mandatory left. You saw that off the tee. If you do miss the mandatory, I have to note that it's a re-tee, so it's very punished if you throw a really bad shot here. You got that low ceiling plus the hill to get over. Tricky, demanding shot. Probably sidearm off the tee if you got the distance. And then pushing down the fairway about 400 to 380.
Perfect.
300 maybe. Yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, smacked.
Yeah.
Would you guys agree far too punitive a re-tee for missing that Mando? That is too much. This reporter checking in to say that is too much.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it almost feels like a double penalty. You know, there's like absolutely no feasible option to save the par.
It should be on the sidewalk. It still would be like 500 plus to the basket.
Overturn from Gannon. Look at that.
Boing.
Yeah, that is a certified boing.
I don't know what he's got from there. Maybe on the side of the hill. That's going to be really tough to throw at 440. Probably about 440 from there.
Yeah.
What he's got is he's got a chance for birdie instead of a chance for scramble.
This needs to scoot, and it does. That's great.
But it certainly won't be easy for Gannon. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's bad.
Okay.
Roller, maybe?
Whoa. Wow.
Okay. He's officially scrambling.
Is he reaching it?
Okay.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for him. That's an awkward place to be.
Really
for sure.
awkward.
That was kind of funny looking. I wish we had a replay of that.
That is such a hard backhand to get where Isaac has landed. This approach leaves a little something to be desired, but he still gets right up there near Circle 1's edge.
Scary putt from there, though.
Yeah, it's very, very fast from the high right side.
This is a big drive.
I feel like Calvin's forehand is more than just manageable. It's like,
it's great.
It's a great forehand. And I mean, his backhand is so good. That's obviously what we talk about. Very well known for his low flat line eagle shots, but
the guy's got all the shots.
He's got, I would say, 450 on hyzer with the forehand. And that's right up there at the elite range. Ricky hitting the tree.
Still Circle 1.
Still Circle 1.
Well, that was going in. Just so you guys know.
You might be right.
Judging by that angle, that was pretty close to going in.
Flashback to last year. I believe we had 2 throw-ins for eagle here on the 15th.
Oh, yeah.
Simon, one of them. when Paul Ulibarri was on the bag.
For another birdie, yes.
Count it.
The bogeys have fallen off of our radar here on the lower graphic. Greened out.
How many in a row is that?
No, well, it's at least 9.
Whoa. Whoa.
He made bogey on 6.
Uh-oh. That had that like roller angle too.
Isaac just over the rim. Nice birdie. Backhand on 15 is impressive to get the birdie. Good change on the tee. The tee before was from a sidewalk. You had a downhill run up.
Absolutely.
The sidewalk was a little cracked there at the end, and now we've got a really beautiful tee. They do tees well here in Minnesota, specifically here at the Preserve.
Hey everyone, I want to let you know today's video is sponsored by Factor. Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals right to your doorstep. If you're too busy to cook, with Factor you can skip the trip to the grocery store, skip the chopping, prepping, and cleaning up too. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so all you have to do is heat and enjoy. With 34 chef-prepared, dietitian-approved weekly options, there's always something new to try. And if you're like me and you want to cut back on takeout, get Factor instead. Not only is Factor cheaper than takeout, but meals are ready faster than restaurant delivery in just 2 minutes. Alright, so Factor's gonna hook you all up, help you get started today. Go to factor75.com or click the link down below and enter code JomezPro50. That's gonna get you 50% off your first Factor box. That's factor75.com or click the link below and enter code JomezPro50 to get 50% off your first Factor box. Alright, let's get back to the video.
On to hole 16, par 3, 402. The basket is up on this little knoll, so it can be difficult to get your drive to stick. It can be difficult to make deep putts. It's just rounded enough to encourage some rollaways, encourage some interesting skips. I think a fun spot for a basket makes this hole a little bit more difficult than you might think.
Another hole that's just being eaten up by the field. 2.53 average. It feels like.
Oh, baby. Nice little reaction off the tree.
folks.
He's going to be dunking for 10 in a row. His caddy knows it. He knows it. They are fired up.
Well, you know, when you're on a good run, it's always nice to get fortunate breaks. I mean, this thing was going to be 80 feet to the left.
Yeah.
Hits the tree, bullseye.
Or in the basket. I mean, look at that trajectory. That thing was moving. But yeah, I think you're right, though. That was definitely heading towards the back edge.
Outside circle
Yeah,
left if
for
it
sure.
doesn't hit any tree. But there's a lot of tree there to hit.
Bullseye
Yes,
coming,
there
though.
is.
Let's see if.
There's a lot of tree to hit.
Yeah,
There's the
that's-
other side of that coin. You
Absolutely.
Generally, when you hit that tree, it does not go in the bullseye. It usually rolls out right to 40.
Oh, I like this angle. Get
And
down.
it's low enough that it shouldn't be messing with those limbs.
Now it needs to sit.
It's going to, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yep, good nestle.
Anything in the circle here is fantastic. I mean, it's tough. You can't really park it unless you slide it up or do what Rick did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the low, super wide shot maybe. Double skip up to the park job. But it loves to do this little move. It loves to do that on that backside. You can hit it really close, and the disc just finds its way to the bottom of the hill. Makes you work for it. This looks tough. The branch right there low. Not that tough. Oh, actually that tough. I was wrong.
And still work to be done here for the par.
Yeah.
Gannon also might be dealing with a little bit of low ceiling. No, that's just money. I think he was far enough right to not have anything in the way.
Man, he's pretty good at putting.
Sends it. Isaac.
Nice.
Kid's not going to miss 2 in a row ever, seems like.
Yeah.
Very rare. Ooh, flub the grab, though. Flub the
He's
grab.
just had so many issues with that today. Calvin's still in a position where he can salvage, not just a good round, a really good round. if he gets 17 and he threes 18,
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to shoot 10 under if he does that. And that's,
I mean, 17 and 18 together have got to be the easiest finishing stretch to par by far on the tour,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
you have like
No, that's
one of
a
the
good point.
shortest par threes, and then you have so it's like the winners of this tournament on 17 and 18 over 3 rounds are going to be more than 6 under for sure. Whoever wins this tournament is going to be in that 7, 8, maybe even 9 under.
that would be
range.
incredible to finish 9 under in the last 2 in 3 rounds.
Well, don't
but
you think though? Whoever
Yeah,
wins
no,
this
I think
tournament
so.
is going to be way lower than 6
I
in
al-
these last 2.
But I also remember 17 kind of giving people fits.
Oh, it can.
down the stretch
and
with
I
the
love
wind.
that it
yeah,
does
with
that.
the wind, and now they added the OB kind of deep, so you have to have a little speed control.
And that,
Just in.
that makes it inside the green. That's going to be his 15th green hit. 15th green hit.
And I'm not trying to say they're gimmies by any
Oh, no,
by
no,
any
I
stretch. I'm just
agree
saying
with you,
these
yeah.
dudes,
Yeah.
I think 2 under, super likely, and 3 under on these 2 holes, even also pretty likely. I think at least 2 of the guys in this group are gonna go birdie eagle. That's my guess.
These guys are making the shot look so casual. Gannon out there at 31 feet. Calvin closer to 12 to 15. But everyone safely through the gap. Isaac doesn't really hurt him. So I think Gannon will be up first. Oh. Yeah. Just as we were talking about how good of a putter he is, just a little bit low on this elevated basket.
Little tailwind for Rick, and
Now
So-
he's starting to get the fist pumps in there. He knows he's doing something special at this point. 13 under with 2 bogeys.
and it could really be 15 after one more hole. Unreal. No pars through 17 holes.
Yeah, no pars. That's kind of. Oh no.
Don't see that happen very often, and not a fan of those little tiny danglers hanging off the branch. And that is a huge disappointment for Gannon. He's going to go to 8 under, and look who just tied him. You know, Gannon's kind of been in control this round, at least as far as his own score. He's been playing pretty well and barely off the mark. Big skip off to the right, and now we have a 3-way tie here at 8 under on our feature group. But Ricky Wysocki outclassing pretty much the whole field right now.
Ricky Wysocki,
Clear.
he hasn't had a par yet. He's not parring this hole. Like, he might not eagle it, okay, but he's not making a par here on 18. I think the par free round is.
I don't know if we've ever seen that. I think that we've had some nice runs. I think we've had like 14-hole stretches, but I don't think we've ever successfully seen an entire par free round. And I think that
crazy.
he's about to break the record for lowest score ever without a par.
With 2 bogeys.
You know, Paul McBeth's 18 under at D-Glow had that par on hole 10.
Listen, if you guys want me to, I can go out on any course. In
Yeah, you
America
could do
and
it.
And go
Whoa.
par free.
But you
Whoa.
can't push 15. Oh my
Whoa.
God. Like I said, he is not
Ricky,
not
on
parring.
that's the old golf green.
He is not parring. He is eagling from there, I think. That had to be 550. Had to be.
How do you just bring that left to right movement?
Kind of like this.
Just-
This was less, but it's still huge.
Ricky is amped up, and I love it. Calvin's drive is incredible. Ricky just smacked it 60 feet past it.
Imagine doing that. Like just being on the same card as Calvin. He throws a nice one, and you're just like 60 pass.
Oh my gosh.
And in a better angle. Like he's like he can see the entire pin.
Nice shot.
That's a great drive in any other card. And that's the 3rd best so far.
probably likely to be the 4th best after this string bean takes a crack at it.
Ooh, got the turn.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
Yeah. Yep.
Great
Isaac,
shots.
You're first up.
Great shots. Still in eagle country. Looks good distance. Does it clear the sand? I think it's probably in the sand, maybe a little left of the sand.
I think a little bit left.
Inbounds, circle
Inbounds.
2 putt most likely.
Good height, good width.
Yeah, this is clearing the sand.
Quite a bit to like here.
C1.
Yeah. Gannon Buhr, beautiful approach. It is a blind hyzer from here for Calvin, but a stock hyzer nonetheless, probably in the 400 range. Probably in the 12-foot range now.
I'm feeling so good about my call of at least 2 eagles.
Ricky hoping he's one of those. 375 to the pin.
Yeah, this is looking great.
Oh,
Tiny bit of
in
work.
the circle. In the circle, though.
Yeah, he's been making them all, but the last one a lot of times can be the most difficult, I feel. Especially when you're on something special like this. For 15 under and no pars.
Oh, catches it on the right side.
Yeah, you know he's going to raptor that one up.
What a freak.
Insane.
Like, just change, like hole 3. He bogeyed hole 3. Mm-hmm. Give him a birdie there, and we're talking about a perfect round. Whoa, stop doing that.
You know, I was saying it's time we can't give anything. There's no formalities anymore.
Okay. Little side distraction away from Ricky's greatness. Gannon is going to walk off the course shooting 9 under and be very upset about it.
Yeah.
I would love to be upset about a 9 under, but I didn't put myself in those positions to do that. But Gannon is going to be pretty livid, I would imagine.
Well, he's 2 putts away from a 12 under on the last 2 holes.
Being right there on the lead card and only a couple of back of Ricky's incredible round, but there it is.
Look at that stretch from Ricky.
And great finish for Calvin.
It was
Going 5 down in the last 5.
I think Ricky did 11 birdies and then capped it with an eagle. So he went 13 and 12. 13 under in the final 12.
James Conrad, 13 under himself, bogey free. Luke Taylor making an appearance on Jomez with a 12 under, incredible starting round, and Garrett Gurthey rounding out a series of a ton of players at 10 under. A good number to shoot the first round, keeps you in the mix, and a slew of others there at 9, and just the list goes on at 8s and 7s. It's a very good score if you're getting near the double-digit range. But I mean, man, with the 15 under, it almost feels like those 7 unders are out of it.
Oh, they are. Yeah. I think we're gonna say they're out of it. That was a crazy round, though. Ricky, a lot of great putting, some crazy spit outs. Look at this call right here.
Wow.
Now that I think of it, Gannon kind of got screwed. Oh, man. But
Poor kid.
Ricky was just in control. It's going to be fun to see tomorrow what the other guys got for him.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back. We got an exciting start to the Preserve presented by Prodigy. Round 2 coming at you tomorrow.